Hello everyone, welcome to your full moon in Sagittarius report. So we have our full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd of May 2024. Our tagline for this full moon is face your fear head on, shift your perspective and create a new vibration. We have our full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd, as I've already said. It's at 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time, 6:53 a.m. Pacific Time and 2:53 p.m. UK time. It's at 2 degrees and 55 minutes, which kind of brings it in really at 3 degrees because it's so close. The full moon in Sagittarius is opposing the sun in Gemini at the same degree point. This is the axis of communication and learning. So it's looking at your own depth of understanding about the world at large. With these two signs at the helm, there'll be a sense of busyness and excitement. Sagittarius wants you to find the truth and bring in your own wisdom and, above all, think into the bigger picture. So look into the bigger picture. Sagittarius wants you to go bigger, okay? It's expansion in its highest octave, asking you to look at the way you are in the world and what you can do to expand who you are in the world. In some senses, the full moon, and all full moons for that matter, will highlight a shadow that you have yet to heal. Sagittarius full moon will illuminate something held within Sagittarius themes, which will likely be decisions that you're making from fear and anywhere that you are clinging to the familiar. Sagittarius wants you to tune into the new. It wants you to explore, be brave, and gain new experiences and wisdom. Can you move forward in an unfamiliar direction and step out of what's comfortable for you? Can you do that? Because this is what it's asking. It's saying, can we move forward out of the familiar, comfortable spaces and find bigger, do bigger and be bigger, really. This moon wants you to look at all that you believe to be true and then take the unfamiliar pathway and also challenge those things that you think are true. Moon in Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is sitting right next to Venus in the final degree of Taurus. What more can I say? It's the planet of expansion that wants to elevate us to new heights. Success and creation are highlighted here. Think heart expansion, think love yourself and let love in. This opens you to a space of something lovely coming into your life. There's something very lovely about this chart and it's bringing in opportunity and expansion in a high way. Jupiter and Venus are also sextiling Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. And this is a softening energy that will help you to step up something that's spiritual and divine for you. You're asked what you can create from the energy of Jupiter, Venus and Neptune. And personally, you're also being called to step up and be who you want to be in this world in the sense of love, okay? So there's happiness, there's a sense of freedom in this. And it kind of wants you to move further in what you've been working on. And there's also kind of a magical element highlighted here too. In this chart, we have Pluto sextiling the sun and the moon. This energy will help you to heal those past issues. Think of this as placing everything in the context of your whole life. And Pluto can help you. We know it's to do with the underworld, but it can help you to heal the parts of you that are preventing you from stepping into purpose, okay? And, facing your fears, that kind of thing. Let the energy help you to think of what stops you being your true self. Silences your voice or stops you taking up the space that you deserve in this world. Listen to the answers and take action accordingly. You might want to journal on that for this full moon. You might want to work that out. I want to say that you are accessing new information during this time that's going to help to elevate your life. Remember, this is energizing. Pluto moves slowly, which also means it will help you to shift with the benefit of time and space. There's a depth to this where you get an aha moment that helps you to shift your own perspective and bridge old limitations and beliefs with Pluto's support, you are going to step into the new. So there's something very warming about the Sagittarius full moon. There's something very kind of expansive and opening about it, saying that you have this gift, you have this support through Sagittarius, right? So it's an energy of mastering something that you have learnt over the last 4 years, so since 2020. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learnt during that period. Is there something that maybe started out in 2020 that needs to culminate, and it will culminate this year? It's been coming up in readings a lot as well. I've been doing my card readings, and it's been coming up that we are being asked as a collective, as people, and it's a global thing, to close one chapter. And this will be globally, individually, organizationally. There's this kind of closing of a chapter and starting of a new one. Get ready for the unfamiliar aspect showing up, a new start in your life, okay? Mercury and Uranus in Taurus are activating the Taurus areas of your chart. When Merc moves forward and sextile Saturn, there is going to be recognition, the kind of recognition you've been looking for. I want to say that this will lead to expansion that will further your life. Mars is in conjunction to the North Node, and this is asking you to be really understanding with where you are going and kind of pay attention, because it wants you to pay attention to this new you from where you were safe with and where you're going to, what you're safe with and where you're going to, okay? Do watch out though for lower energies of the Gemini Sun during this full moon. Sagittarius moon wants to bring in happiness and joy consciousness, and it wants you to lean into the feeling of justice. What is just and fair? Now, with regard to going back into the energies of Gemini, the lower energies, you may be talking about thinking or overanalyzing. You may be flaring up but not feeling okay, too much mind stuff. And if this does come up, talk to a good friend, connect with your body to get out of your head, and maybe something like yoga would help you here. You could dive into feeling your emotions. They may feel uncomfortable. However, this is going to help you to ground and center. Make the time to write your thoughts down and get the feelings out of your head. See, Gemini is very head-based, communication-based, thoughts, thinking, right? And in order to alleviate that, you need to get them out on paper and clear them out, okay? Let the high energies of Sagittarius embrace you and lift you up. This is optimism, trusting that whatever twist or turn shows up, it's going to take you somewhere brighter. Note here, though, that when Sagittarius is in its lower energies, it might bring in fear, prevent you moving forward, and lock you in a spiral of never-ending doubt. Okay? So in either of these states, the best way forward is to do something that, anything that's especially new for you, or challenging or not, you need to do something different that's going to elevate you and assist you to pivot out of stuck points, okay? Because otherwise you could get stuck in them if you're in the lower density of either of the signs, okay? So now we have our tarot for the full moon. So I'm doing our tarot for the full moon, but with the original Rider-Waite tarot deck by A. White and designed by Pamela Coleman Smith. Cannot speak. If you're interested in the full moon readings, I did a live on Tuesday this week, and I used the Greek mythology reading cards, and I did a full moon reading at 42:29 timestamp on my Self-Love Self-Care Angel System Facebook page. I will drop in the notes, I will drop a link to that so you can access it. But without further ado now, I'm going to do 2 cards for this full moon in Sagittarius today for us here on YouTube. So let's see what we can get with this full moon. Got an itch. Do you see this? This is little Otter here. Just thought I'd introduce Otter to you. So Otter's saying hello and saying how are you all and saying happy full moon in Sagittarius. Right, so the first card that we've got for this full moon is the, I have to count because I have dyslexia, so I have to 3, 6, 7. So we've got the, let me do that again, 6. We've got the 8 of Cups, okay. Now, I intuit my readings. I don't do the normal bog standard tarot meanings because I think they've become kind of defunct, because every time you get the cards, if you keep getting the same meaning, it doesn't really give you what you need. So I intuit them and I let the angels come in with the message for them. What the angels are saying with regard to this is there's a sense of infinite potential, but you've turned your back on it. And the angels are telling me to say to you, if you want to materially have the life that you want, you need to face up to what is. Now, if you look at this card, that looks like the sun and the moon. It's almost like, and we're in the full moon. So we've got Gemini Sun, we've got Sagittarius Moon, and it's almost like these two things are confusing you. And there is an element of confusion in this reading. It's like you're not quite sure, what are these Eight of Cups? Why? It's almost like you can't even see them because you turned your back on them, right? And it's as if you've said, you know, I don't know what's being offered to me. But the angels are telling me to tell you what's actually being offered to you is a new beginning and a new start. And if you can just take the gift that they're giving you, okay? Now, what it is that they're telling me is that for many of you, you're looking at this Eight of Cups and you're going, that's not the Eight of Cups I know. That's not how I recognise the Eight of Cups. It isn't the world I've expected. This isn't my perception of things. You're kind of judging it on a high level. And that's the Gemini Sun coming in, tangling your brain up, saying to you, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. Then the Sagittarius comes in, and the Sagittarius Full Moon says to you, hey, come on, look, shining the light down, showing you there's more to this than you think. Maybe you're going to look around. Maybe you're going to check this out. This is your familiar path where you're going at the moment. You need to move out into the new path. The new pathway will highlight something you haven't seen before. And it's interesting because the angels are telling me to tell you guys that if there has been some trickiness with regard to where you're going, this full moon is going to highlight a solution to something you thought was not solvable. There is something that you needed to elevate this up to where it needs to go, and then you're going to feel better. Okay, so let's see our other card. Oh, interesting, because you've got the Page of Cups. So you've got the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups. So I am getting that from the angels that this is actually something related to relation. Oh, sorry, I got a cramp in my foot. Sorry about that. That was so weird. It just was really like fast. Yeah, the angels are saying to me to say you've got this new found young energy in relationship, and they want you to run with that. Now, this is new for many of you. And if it isn't new, that's fine. The angels are saying that's okay, but this energetic vibration is new. And they're saying to me to say that, so the 8 here added to the Page's cup, you've got the 9 of Cups. You're completing a cycle in relationship. Now, what I'm getting here is when we had the we were talking about this Sagittarius full moon, we've been talking about fears and breaking through those fears and recognizing what holds you back, what limitations and beliefs are trapping you in not being your full self in the world, right? This 9 says that what you're doing is actually developing, it's a relationship for some of you, not all of you. You need to check your charts for that in your astrology to see where the houses fall and see where Sagittarius falls in your chart. But for this particular reading, for this tarot, this is a 9 here, and Sagittarius is normally associated with the ninth house. What we're being told here is there's a completion coming in this, and you need to allow it. But I do sense and see from the angels that this is to do with people, communicating with people, relationship with people. And as I say, it's not going to be specific to everyone because this is global. However, for many of you, that's what's coming through. There is something that needs to be healed, sealed, dealt with. Look at it in a new perspective and be done with it so that you can move forward, because it's almost as if your view of it and the people involved's view of it is what's holding the energy and the vibration in stasis. So, okay, let's do an example of this. You're meant to be maybe shifting with a partner. Maybe you and a partner, you live in a space and you want to move forward, but nothing's happening. Now, what I'm seeing here is everyone involved in this is seeing it a different way. Everyone's bringing their own thoughts to the table, and it's causing stagnation. So what the angels are telling me is shift perspective so that you can get to the end of this. So I'm seeing a combination of this so that you can move forward to, which is going to be much better for you, and it's going to feel better as well in the highest octave. So you're asked with love during this full moon to remember that the universe has your back. Find a way to make a change that is new and vibrant. Shift your mindset. And where are you afraid to go? Look at this. What are you afraid to go? Where are you afraid to go to? What are you afraid to do? What about the unknown terrifies you? Once you have the knowledge, it's time to stretch your comfort zone and do something that scares you. Obviously not anything unsafe that could risk your health or anything like that, but something that just scares you. You know, maybe it's writing a blog or, you know, something small, but do something that scares you, because this will shift you, and it's that shift that's necessary. So for example, on Friday, I went with my friend and her son to a theme park, and I hadn't been on a ride for years, and they went on lots of things that scared me. But these things shift you. They shift your energy. You come back slightly different. So be careful though not to let your fears drag you back down, okay? Now this moon may affect people born with personal planets and points at 0 to 6 degrees of the mutable signs, and at 29 to 30 degrees the fixed signs most significantly. I got the 29 to 30 degrees from another site. It's not my own working out. I didn't know about that specifically, but that's there. You may also be affected if your sun, moon and ascendant are in Sagittarius. I would credit them. I can't remember who it is, but I must tell you that bit's not mine. But yeah, I kind of just looked something up, and I've never seen an extra before. I know how to work out the planets with the personal points, but I've never seen it done that way before. Now, we're at our full moon releases. Are you ready to think about what you might want to release with the full moon? This is a full moon that calls you to open new doors in your life. What I would do and what I would suggest is to shift anything that you're scared of. So I would literally say to release. Firstly, release something that doesn't serve you anymore, a thought, an idea. I'd really go into limitations, beliefs, and that kind of thing, and emotions. Okay, that's the thing. Would you want to release? Find something there that you want to release, and then I take that one baby step of doing something that scares you just a little. And remember, it has to be something safe. This isn't doing something that scares you like walking down an alley where you may be attacked. This is about doing something that shifts your consciousness, shifts your mind, and vibes with that learning sort of knowledge base that Sagittarius loves so much. So there you go, my lovelies. That is your full moon report, your full moon in Sagittarius report. It's so pleasurable to do this for you. Have a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius, and namaste everyone. If you do feel called and you've got this far, please do give me a thumbs up, because I'd absolutely love it. I am on the train at the moment of attempting to get this YouTube channel a little bit more in sight, because I didn't really know before about stuff like YouTube SEO. I didn't know it was a thing. I only realised this quite recently. I just started my channel and just did it. I wanted to put stuff out that helped people, right? But yeah, so that's kind of a new thing for me. If you feel like commenting, please do comment below, explain anything you want. If you have any questions, do ask me. I'd be really more than happy to respond to them for you. If you feel called, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you as one of the tribe. And if you haven't checked out my daily readings that I do every day, daily tarot, there should be a link up above somewhere here that you can click on and check out one of those readings. Take care of yourselves, my lovelies, and have a beautiful full moon in Sagittarius. Namaste. Kisses, love. Take care. Bye. Love you all. Bye.